Hello, it's me, James Lott Jr., CEO and founder and mostly host of many of the shows here on JLJ Media. This is Extra Connections, of course, and I want to give you an update because we were asking about my Extra Connections Race Talk series in a few months. So I want to give you an update on what's going on and give you some behind the scenes background. I'm always transparent with you guys. So, number one, thank you for asking, first of all. I've been doing the race talks first by myself and then bringing others on. God, for at least a couple of years now. It's been part of the Extra Connections brand of shows. Usually once a month, a lot of times live at night. I'll come on and talk about certain subjects with people. And but the last year or so, I've been doing them with one person. That's my buddy, Jerry Carroll. And we also started our own podcast, A Black Guy and a White Guy Confront. My phone's going off for some reason. If I turn it off. Um, so we had a collaboration, and you guys know him. You guys love him, and I love him too, and it's great. As things happen, some family stuff came up. So we had to put a stop for a moment. Because it happens, it happened to me last year. But a lot of times, and just in general, I want you guys to know, a lot of the shows that I do here, whether it's by myself or with a co-host, they're year round. So I don't always do them in seasons. I'll do maybe 3 or 4 months or 5 or 6 months in a row, and then maybe take a month or two off, and then come back, ready. But we know you love the shows, and when you guys start asking about them, I'm like, okay, I gotta pay attention because people are asking about them. And the race talk was every month. We couldn't do one during, of all places, during Black History Month. That was I was waiting to hear back from him, from Jared, to see first before I even go forward again, kind of see where he's at and what's going on. So for right now, he is entrenched in family stuff and busy doing that. But I want to continue because I was doing it before even I met him. I was doing them, so I want to continue doing these race talks and continue giving you that. And so I'm going to return to doing that this month. I haven't picked a date yet, so stay tuned. I have been doing regular Extra Connection shows, release them, coming out. But the race talks with my list, my famous list. I'll be sad because he comments on it, but you guys can comment on it when I rate the list. But the lists, I will be doing those again. And like I said, one day I might be putting a list all in a book, my book of lists, and doing some commentary. I have a whole. I'm gonna go forward with that. So you guys notice a lot of the shows in this network I do by myself because I can do them when I want. I have to rely on anybody else. Getting people to do shows and have a commitment is not easy. We also, and so when you guys ask me, you should do a show on this, do a show on this, I can only do so much by myself. And some shows I enjoy having someone to bounce off of because I already have shows where I do shows myself. And so I want to have, this kind of discussion. I actually like to have somebody with me, talk some of the soap shows and Star Wars. And sometimes just hard game people who actually can commit and have the same passion or the same, some folks, they love it and then they just kind of lose interest at some point, or they have other things going on in their lives, just whatever. It's not easy to find people that have the same drive and passion as you do about the same thing. So sometimes you'll see shows that take a while for me. They may go on hiatus unexpectedly because I just can't do them. Or a co-host, I wait for them. So it's just tough sometimes, and I think things happen. So that's why a lot of times I do shows by myself, if you notice. But occasionally I'll have the co-host. But I decided with Extra Connections, I want to continue this. The talks are so important. I have lots of friends out there that I can bring on the show. Maybe it's like rotating. And I want to continue doing that. That's what I think I want to continue doing that. I actually have an idea for first episode. So some exciting stuff coming. Now with the Black Guy and a White Guy Confront, that's going to be on hiatus until further notice. I have no idea if it's coming back or when it's coming back, but I want to thank you, the folks who listened to those first 25 episodes or so. I am proud of them. I'm proud of what we started, but we never say never. And you can still listen if you haven't gone to listen to them. You can still listen to them. They're on every streaming service platform. They're still there. We can have it, but we're going to push forward and continue the agenda of equality and equity on the show that I'm very proud of. I will talk to you more as stuff comes on. Just stay tuned. JLJ Media, X Connections page on Facebook. We'll be talking about it, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on. I'm James Lott Jr., and I will talk to you next time.